Terry.
That was my brother. That was my brother. And people they like, oh, was y'all blood? No, blood couldn't make us no closer. Like real shit. I had him, he had me. I could talk to him about anything, he could talk to me about anything. Alright, so I'm hanging out with Tom one day. I grew up with Tom. So he like, we finna go get my other homeboy. I'm like, what was that? Then he told me I see them in Snapchats or whatever. So we pull up to this trailer park, all the way out in bumfuck wherever that I'd never fucking been. This dude get in the car with his bucket hat, his little pink shirt, and his gold chain. He look at me, oh, you got your seatbelt on. The bitch was driving crazy when he was there. First of all, he like, when I put my seatbelt on, then you should be worried. Then after that, we went to the studio, saw this nigga freeze. Like, after that, it was a wrap. The rest was history. Earlier today, I would have said, like, my favorite memory would have been the one time we was kicking it, and then, like, this song that always, it was like this Young Boy song called Ask My Kid. We used to tee up with it. Tee up to it all the time with each other. I would have said that, but then I was looking at pictures earlier, and it's like every picture brought back a different memory that had a different level of importance. It's like you can look at them and you can just hear them and feel them. It was like authentic, like I was there again. Ah, shit. Everything, like every little thing I miss, like how you'd be listening to a song and then he just start freestyling over the beat. You like, I kind of like this song, but shit, you kind of snapping right now. Like how he could just joke about anything. Like he had Joan, and like he'd keep coming back and coming back. Used to be sitting there joning for hours. Like he always has you, no matter what. I'm hungry. We go to the gas station, get some chips or whatever, just anything. He's a solid ass individual. He always make sure everybody around him was good.
I miss you.
I miss his goofiness, no lie. Anytime I ever was going through something, it don't even gotta be me, anybody. Man, this dude know how to get somebody like straight to just forget about what really just happened, like, and just really just have a good time. Like, I really miss that shit about him.
The funniest moment I ever had with Terry, well, I don't know if you was around, but I'm pretty sure you went to the Halloween party over at Jay Nino's, and he was a cop. He was a cop, bro. Like, he was a Reno 911 cop. And he had the shorts on. I know the first time I ever seen Terry was in 2014 when he was hanging around Reese and Edric. And he had that little buzz cut. He was known as Little Terry before he was known as Ugly Bro. Like, I said, what's up to him? He looked at me and then looked away. I was like, I guess I'm a goofy then or something.
So, I mean, he definitely made a big impact. He made me somebody. He made me somebody I never thought I would be. And sure, I can't thank him enough for that, for real.
He know how to really change somebody's whole fucking mindset.
What Terry loved to do the most was take care of his family, just kick it, just bring joy to other people's lives. That's what he loved doing, man. Any way he knew how.
He was really intelligent, bro. And a lot of people ain't see that shit in him, but for the people that did, we knew that shit about him.
I love you, and I wish you were here, and I miss your smile and your laugh and how you made everybody so happy when you walked into the room, and your genuine personality. I miss that the most.
He just loved making people feel better and stuff. That was like one of his favorite things to do, is just be surrounded by people that he loved and cared about.
Hell yeah, I do. That's all he wanted to be. All he wanted to do was be a dad.
Terry impacted me as a friend, as a human being, as a young African-American female in America, in St. Louis. Like, him being here left such an impact, but even though it sucks that he's gone, it's left a way bigger impact, like on our friendships, on his family, most definitely, but also the African-American community in St. Louis.
Stuff like, if you really knew him personally and you can bring his goofy side out, man, this dude would do the most foolish shit you will ever see in your fucking life.
Really ask that nigga, like, bro, like, you genuinely want to change your life, bro? Like, I do. And he really genuinely tell me, yeah, bro. So I straight, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I don't get to ask him, you know what I'm saying? Because I know he wanted to change his life. Oh, God.
I would say The thing that I miss the most about Terry is his embrace, his comfort. He's really good at making you feel comfortable and safe.
I loved him so much. I would switch shoes with him, man.
He was basically like my brother, family, a brother to all my siblings, a son to my mom. Just one of the best people I've ever met. He was always there for me. Never let anything happen to me. Never let anything happen to anybody. He was brother to everyone.
Even if it was a lifetime, that's still not enough time. There's never enough time with anyone that you love.
We did a lot of partying, grinding to be something more than just some party kids, some local party kids. For the most part, what didn't we do? We did everything together. Me and him was inseparable.
I met Terry at Freddie's mansion party about 4 years ago. It was his birthday party. And Terry came up to me and photobombed my picture. And then I made him my lock screen. Couldn't figure out who was on my lock screen for like 4 or 5 months. And then he finally just showed up at one of my hotel room parties and was like, "Hey, I'm Ugly Bro." I'm like sitting here looking at my phone. I'm like, "This is a dude on my lock screen." I'm like, "Dude, you're on my lock screen." He's like, "Oh shit." And brother and sister from there.
You know what I'm saying? We lived together. You know what I'm saying? I had him move in with me at one point and live with me just to get him out of uncomfortable situations that he was in. You know what I'm saying? So I would wake up, see him. We would just play video games together. We did everything.
Family. Where's my motherfucking brother?
I feel like I ain't got enough time with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there was a lot more stuff that we could have did. His death was so random, and it didn't seem real at the time. And I'm still affected by it every day, even though I try to show it and hide it. You know, I try to hide it and shit, but it still affect me today.
That was my brother, man. Like, for real. That's all he was to me since I first met him.
Like, of course, we all go grieve. It's normal to grieve, you know what I'm saying? But for me personally, that's all I've been doing, and I'm been trying to learn how to deal with his death in a more positive way.
Boom, man, Ugly instantly goddamn me clicked. Boom, my brother like, yeah, this Nando, you know, this ugly like, I know, you know.
My favorite song by Terry was the first song we ever did, which is Moving. That's always gonna be my favorite.
Yeah, I was banging on the door for like 15 fucking minutes, bro.
Yeah,
Let me in the room with the roach.
Yeah,
with the roach.
He got in the room. He got in like this.
He would be grinding. I don't care what nobody say. He would have been made it by now. Like on some real shit, he would have been made it in the industry.
Lighter. Terry's biggest pet peeve, calling him Terry when you didn't fuck with him. So when you would call him Terry, he'd be like, "Nah, bro, my name Ugly, bro." And he'd be like, "Wait, they just called you Terry." He'd be like, "Yeah, they called me Terry, but you call me Ugly, bro."
My relationship with Terry, that was my brother, man. Like, blood couldn't make us no thicker, bro. Like, he wasn't my blood-related brother, but he was my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Terry loved people, like being around people.
Just him being around, it's crazy. I've never seen one human that could put a smile on so many people's face.
We started off as friends, then we became really close. Then he ended up being my brother from a different mother.
I miss his voice.
His what?
His voice.
His voice?
Yeah. Dude just brought he brought life into you, you know, he spoke life into you. As soon as you heard that ugly ass laugh, like you couldn't do nothing but be happy, bro.
But no, I met Terry through like parties, and then he hit me up one day because I was at some random party in Fenton, and he was like, "Hey, I'm trying to pop up with UBN." And back in my head, I'm like, "What the fuck is a UBN?" But I'm like, okay, whatever. So I sent him, and he popped out with Reese and Edric. And dude fucking felt like he was in the fucking spotlight. Like every chance he got to make a joke, here he go. I'm like, all right, well, we just stop talking. Nigga keep boning in my conversations.
All I heard about all night was some dude named Ugly coming. Some dude named Ugly coming to DJ. I'm sitting here thinking, who the fuck called himself Ugly?
And that's why I'ma never feel like I got enough time with him. You know what I'm saying? But did we do our thing when we had our time together? Hell yeah, man. We only known each other since like 2017. You know what I'm saying? 2020 now. You know what I'm saying? And we became close within that year we first met. So 3 things Terry did nice for me. All right, my ex, like straight painted on my shoes and shit, and straight got that for me. That shit was so dope too. I was like, damn, this is the dopest shit anybody's ever done for me. So I can remember a bunch of times this nigga just gave me money out the blue just because. This nigga let me train a bad bitch with him too.
Fuck yeah, he did. There's no way he could have a negative impact on my life. I wouldn't be here right now if he did. Even the kids that wasn't his, like, he loved being around kids, like Uncle Terry. I used to say that all the time. If I had kids, it'd be Uncle Terry, Uncle Terry. I would trade places with Terry, not like I want to die or nothing like that, but I feel like he would have had a way bigger impact.
Now, like, anyone would be lucky to have Terry as a friend, but to have him as a father, like, that's a blessing. It never mattered what we were doing, honestly. That's what I enjoyed about Terry. It wasn't, and Terry texted me fucking, of course, Terry's fucking awake. He texted me like, what's the word? You trying to leave? I think he said I was leaving the strip club or the casino. One of the two, but I'm pretty sure it was a strip club because it's just Terry. His death sent me down like a rabbit hole. No ladders. He stayed around because a lot of people come and go in your life and they're temporary, but he always stood his ground no matter what.
He'd be out there making money like he always is. He'd be out there making moves with his music. I feel like he'd be way further than... feel like he'd be way further in the music industry than what he was when he left.
Definitely when me, him, and Bobby had like $4,000 and we were buying like Airbnbs and hotels for like 2 or 3 weeks. And we were just getting fucked up. And he would always eat these burritos from Quick Trip. They were so big. He loved burritos from Quick Trip. I don't know why. And every night, like when we would get drunk at the hotel, he'd go and get like 4 fucking burritos.
Honestly, I'd probably tell him that he was completely right, because some of the last advice he actually gave me was to get out of what I've been doing, what I have going on, and to get into something else that's just a lot safer and a lot wiser.
I can't even pinpoint the funniest thing that he ever did, because he was funny all the time. Like, he made me laugh all the time.
Every like chance he got, he was, congratulations, Bria, and then when we all went to Joey B's, he was just like, I'm gonna see you when you graduate from college one day, and I'm gonna be saying the same thing, congratulations, Bria.
Shit, I would tell him I wish we had more time, bro. Like, we was for real, like, on top of the world, bro. Like, we was unstoppable. Everybody know me and him was inseparable. That was like my brother.
My brother, you know, ever since then, you know, ever since I met him, you know, I had his back, he had my back. Straight up, anybody he rocked with, I rocked with, you know. Anybody I rocked with, he rocked with, so it was there, you know.
Yeah, I'd let him know how much I love him, how much I miss him. Not even just musically, like intellectually, spiritually, like, talented overall.
Make money. Terry loved making money. Like, regardless of what it was, that man always had money in his pocket. He's the best hustler I know.
Justice for Terry Tillman, baby.
Justice for Terry Tillman.
Justice for Terry Tillman.
Justice for Terry Tillman.
Justice for Terry Tillman.
Justice for Terry Tillman. Love you, baby.
Justice for Terry Tillman. I love you, brother.